Okay, so today what we're going to talk about is what feels so good laying face down. And that is to answer the question, what's your favorite position? When it comes to restoring brain-to-body communication. So, because I actually had a guy that was like, can you show me how to do the increase the circulation of the knees again? So that's what we're doing today. And so we have a person, which I'm not going to say his name,
Okay.
and or have his face up for protecting his identity.
Okay, keep your face down,
Right?
kid.
Do you care about that?
No, not really.
Okay,
It's
never mind.
okay.
Can I say his name?
Yeah.
Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. And then also over here, Fisher.
Little fish.
And then Heather. Okay, Heather, how's your knee doing today?
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. I went from like a 11 out of 10 on pain scale to, I would call it a 3 today.
No, any brace at all on work?
Nope, no brace. 7.5 hours of work without
Boom,
a brace.
boom, 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 boom. And this is like an important concept because like people are like, oh, I want my magic cure. Okay, so do cocaine. You'll be numb. It doesn't actually mean you're healing, okay? I don't know because I've never done it.
No.
And I
you
never
asked
would.
me this twice
I never
now.
would either, Charlie or Fisher, because
No.
drugs are bad. Say no to drugs, especially when they're prescribed. And underhanded comment. So the idea of healing is you improve the communication between the brain to the body, and the body learns how to then restore healing, right? Which starts off with increasing circulation, get the fluid off the joint.
Yep.
Right. And then stage 2 is then start to reconstruct the ligamentous structures themselves. That takes a bit. It takes 8 weeks for motor fibers to start to work around them. It takes to 16 plus up to 2 years for ligamentous structures to fully heal. Right. Does that mean that people are going to be pain and disabled? No.
Right.
As you improve your activity, then it gets a little more sore, and then you get more strength, and then it gets a little sore, and then you get more strength. And so there's this tango effect that occurs, like a tango dance. So like 2 steps forward,
Right.
1 step. Is that a tango?
That what you were doing was
Look
a
like
tango.
That was
yeah.
a tango. Yeah. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
I'm not sure how I know that.
So
but-
I don't know. I'm going to trust you
Okay.
that it was the tango.
It might have been the cha-cha, but
She might have
whatever.
been the cha-cha. Or what's the Dominican Republic dance? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to pull this guy off because I'm going to show where to put the blocks to do this.
I think I remember.
Okay, so there is a simple way to check leg length. So you come down here and then you look at the length of the legs. So super tricky to get the right angle, but the easiest way to look is to look at the ankle bones.
Okay.
So the ankle bones are right here, the medial malleoli, and this leg is
longer.
shorter.
Oh, it's shorter? Let me
And
look.
pretty
Let me
much-
get in your angle
Pretty
here.
much in a.
Okay.
It's like you almost have to hallucinate it. And basically 99%
longer
of
to
people
me.
are yeah, exactly, right. And that's why I'm like 99% of people are going to be short leg, right, face down, okay? So how we block then, in order to remove and reset the nerves that are coming out of this area, is we take one of these suckers, which you can get on Amazon for like $60, and then we're going to find a couple, see, I know, right? Okay, so we're gonna find, here's the middle of the butt cheek, go straight out to the side.
Sorry, kiddo.
And then that's where the hip bone is. That is the greater trochanter, so that nub right there, that hard spot.
Oh, yeah, I feel it.
And so that is where you're gonna grab on,
Okay.
and then we're gonna go 45-degree angle down in as deep as you can go, okay?
Okay, you
So-
good?
One step that we left out is
Yeah.
we palpate the calves and then feel how tight the calves
Oh, yeah,
are.
I felt
right?
them. I felt them a minute ago.
I know, we did it,
Yeah.
we did it earlier, and then we are like, oh, we should do a video on this.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
I feel like this is, there you go,
get in
bud.
there deep. Okay. And then on the left leg side, you come to the top of the hip, which is the super iliac
Way up here?
crust. Yep.
Okay.
Grab a hold of that sucker.
Okay.
And then again, 45-degree angle down, straight in like so.
Does that feel okay?
Okay. So now, how to determine if you put them in the right spot? This is where it takes a little bit of palpation skill, right? Because
yeah.
you want to feel where the calves relax.
They're in the right
They're in
spot.
the right spot.
Yeah.
Because as
Doesn't
soon
it
as,
feel better, honey?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So
Yeah.
and if you got in the right spot, it is
it's a huge
immediate
difference, yeah.
because really, again, think of the brain isn't able to talk to that part of the body, and that's why it's guarded. That's why it doesn't relax. It's not because it needs to get stretched more. It's not because you need to move more. Those are all good things. But the reason why it's tight is because the brain can't tell it to relax. So as soon as you use the wedges, which act as a lever, and then the mass of the body with the diaphragm that then expands and contracts, it develops force, which then removes the interference from that lumbosacral plexus, restores communication from the body to the calf to the brain, right? And then instantaneously, It also activates the prefrontal cortex by 25%, which has been measured by multiple EEG studies out of New Zealand, which is why immediately, even though we haven't touched anywhere else in the body, his calves or his trapezius muscles immediately relax. Because
you all right? You're flinching a little bit. Is it tight? It feels super loose, buddy.
It's super loose. It's relaxed.
It feels so loose.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Because the prefrontal
Yeah.
cortex turns on, that activates the vagus nerve, which then allows his body to rev down. So like oftentimes with sensory processing kiddos, it's really a vagus nerve insufficiency issue, right? Activate the vagus nerve, they can calm their body back down. And this is like a thing that you probably see a lot as a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Of like kids can't calm their body down.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
and we do lots of different things. Breathing,
right.
big body
Yes,
movement,
yes.
taking breaks,
Yes.
all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
to try
to get the vagus nerve.
momentarily.
Well, and that's the idea is like, okay, try to floss the vagus nerve here, try to get the vagus nerve functioning. But really, if you just simply reset the circuit breakers, then the brain turns it on itself, right?
Yeah.
Which then is exponentially more impactful. Okay. So I think that should cover it for explanation of the pelvic blocking
Okay.
and how to do it. Anything else you want to talk
Awesome.
about?
No?
I think we should talk about the snowball effect
Oh, yeah.
so what has now happened from
From
you're
just
a
starting here?
little hopeless when we first started.
Yeah. Well,
You're a little hopeless.
what did I say? I said 11 out of 10 on a desperation scale and 11 out of 10 on a pain scale when I came in here that day.
You cried multiple times that day.
I held it back pretty good,
You did
actually.
a good job.
I thought I did really well not crying too much that day.
You cried the perfect amount. Yeah. Okay, so day one, knee was like 50% better.
Yeah. I mean, the pain was immediately better and the swelling immediately started to reduce. And then, the swelling is like almost totally gone. I still got a little bit and I still have a little bit of pain. But today I taught all day without a brace.
Wow, okay.
And so mostly I'm just tired. And I think some of that is mental and having to do with, I do think I was using the brace as a bit of a crutch.
It's a crutch. That's the thing. It's like, and especially since it's like you weren't working when you first came in. You're like, oh my gosh, it's so much better. But then you went from like not having to do anything to being on your feet all day long, right?
Yeah.
So I can get how it's like you don't want to go back to where you were.
Right.
So it's like, you use the tools that you have in order to get yourself support.
Yeah. So I started there and then I've definitely started making more healthy choices since then. So like one example is I've been kind of really weak in physical therapy. And the other day I asked, can I go on the treadmill? Yeah. And normally I go on the treadmill for like 10 minutes at like 3.2. Yeah. I did 5 minutes at 1.2. It was really slow. Nice. It was challenging because I hadn't been doing it. Yeah. But I wouldn't have even dreamed of doing that before a week ago. Right. And then I also asked to be put on the shuttle press. And I did that. So that was really good. And I haven't really been able to do any physical therapy pretty much most of the month, except for compression boots and then upper body work. Right.
Yeah, nice.
And then I went to the naturopath and got my results back from my food sensitivities test. And I think normally I would have balked and hemmed and hawed and said, okay, well, it seems like February 1st would be a good time to start my diet, changing my diet. And I started today. So I went last night to the naturopath and I started today on my new diet. Yeah. And did way better than I thought I was. I was like, okay, well, do some baby steps, but I just didn't.
So when she says diet, it's like full on, no grain, no sugar, no processed
No grain,
food.
no sugar, no dairy, no processed food, no chocolate. Yeah.
And has it been difficult for you?
No, not really. Actually, I have eaten, I'm sorry, I forgot about the microphone. I have eaten more food than I normally do by this time of the day. And I'm about like 300 calories less than I would be at this part of the day. And I did have a little blood sugar issue this morning. And at the very, very end of the day. But it wasn't like the type, like when I finished lunch, it was fine that I didn't have like a piece of candy.
Because before you would have like a little snack.
Oh,
thing.
totally. Oh, totally. Okay. Yeah. And then I bought this book, The 21-Day Sugar Detox. And you said, well, when are you going to start? And I said, oh, I don't know. Someday. I think I said someday. right? I'm pretty sure.
It was pretty non-committal.
Yeah, it was really non-committal. And so I started reading that book today.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't started it because I haven't gotten to that page, but I haven't eaten any sugar today. I've had like 4 grams of sugar all day. All day.
Wow.
And I'm trying to remember, what was that in? I think that was in the almond milk that I didn't like and I didn't drink. So I probably only had 2 grams of sugar because that was really gross.
The one bad thing you can get.
Yeah.
You didn't even enjoy it.
Yeah, and I didn't even really finish it. So, yeah, it wasn't as impossible as I thought. I'm not saying it's like I'm jumping for joy because I'm not going to have chocolate tonight or whatever, but it's so doable. Yeah. And it would not have been doable before when I was so shut down and miserable.
Well, and then we were talking about this, and that's why I wanted to like record this journey, because like it really comes down to neuroanatomy. Everyone beats themselves up on this idea of like, I just have more willpower. I need to have more willpower. But the thing is, like when the brain is imbalanced, when we're in survival mode, there is no such thing as willpower. It is simply suffering and coping.
Yep.
Right. And that's the whole thing, is like, we always talk about like, oh, my back feels better, my calves feel better, my knee is healing. But really, like, what is happening in that healing process is the part of our brain that controls our logical sequential planning is starting to turn on. Right?
So much of it is mindset. So much of what has been restored for me is hope. Right. I feel hopeful. I told my colleague today, I was like, I'm going to lose the weight that I've been trying to lose for over a year. Yeah. Like, it wasn't, hey, I think I'm going to lose the weight. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, now I'm finally going to be able to do it.
It's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, totally. and that's how I noticed, like, because this has been a whole experiment with me, because I'm like, you know, I in the DR we do intensive kind of care plans also, where we see people a whole bunch in nature, and I'm like, well, like, how much care can we pack into a short period of time, and then what can we notice that happens? Right. And it was interesting because within like one day, I remembered you went from being hopeless to, oh my gosh, if maybe we'll see if this works, to then you started saying yet. Yeah, for sure. And I was like, one of those things of like, for sure. You went in one day, you went from, I don't know, it's just real bad. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next. And to like, yeah, I can't walk yet. I can't go back to the gym yet. I can't start doing the miles yet, but I will. Well, and I was like, you didn't even hesitate. It wasn't like one of those things where, you know, those people that are like the eternal optimists. Right. You can tell it's like, you're pretending to be optimistic. So you can see the like desperation in their eyes, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, and for sure last night when I was looking, like, what does it really mean to be dairy-free, grain-free, sugar-free? What did my friends say? Taste-free, fun-free? You know what I mean? Yeah. But I was looking at the, like, what I can eat. And I said out loud to other people a couple of times, I hope I can do this. Right. But by the time I went to sleep and I woke up and I was like, I'm going to do this. Oh, interesting. So it was, end of the day, exhausted. Also, I'm sleeping really good and my back doesn't hurt anymore. So that's awesome. My back has been real bad for a long, long time. And it was more of a problem than my knee. But now my back, I don't even. Well, that's the thing, is like, when we're talking, you're like, my normal thing is I have these pains that jump around from joint to joint. So I'm always just disabled in some way. And I'm like, that's just like the way you've been living. For like a year and a half or closer to 2 years. Yeah. And then how was that affecting like your kids? Oh, it was awful. It was miserable. Because that was the biggest thing that you said. Like the biggest thing, you guys don't know this, but the biggest thing that your mom was like, I want to get better because I want to be happier with my kids. Yeah. Do you guys know that? You guys are a top priority? No. He knows. No. He knows, don't you? He doesn't have a mic on. We can just pretend like he says whatever we want. Yeah. He said, I'm the best mom ever. Best mom ever. How could she get better? That's what he said. That was it. That showed it up. Okay, let's get you adjusted again. Okay. I'm going to tag my friend in this. Hey, Sean. I did that. It will. They will. Sorry, man. You had to have knee surgery. That was totally preventable. Oh. I'm sorry, brother.